chocolate moist cake, and here's the ingredients: 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sifted cocoa powder, 1 and 1 cup of vegetable oil, 2 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 cups of white sugar, 1 and 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of vinegar, 2 teaspoons of coffee dissolved in hot water, 1 teaspoon of salt. The first thing to do is combine all the dry ingredients. Started with all-purpose flour. So I'm going to put it. Now we're going to put the baking powder. Next one is our baking soda and our cocoa powder. And our white sugar and another sugar again, and our brown sugar. Then our salt. So we're just going to whisk all the ingredients and just combine it and mix all the ingredients. So after we combine this, we're going to do is put all the wet ingredients. So we started with the oil. Next one is our egg. Next one is our milk. And another milk again. The vanilla extract. The vinegar. So we're just going to mix it or beat it until smooth for about 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes of whisking it and mixing that mixture, we're going to put the coffee that dissolved in hot water. We're just going to stir it until it's smooth and there is no more lumps in the mixture. So we're ready to put it in the cake pan. So before that, we grease the pan and put the paper parchment in the cake pan. Now we're going to pour the mixture in the cake pan. So we need to be equal. And then for the second cake pan, so I'm preparing the mixture to put it in the oven. And now I'm putting it in the oven, and I'm just going to put it in the center to be baked well. And I'm just baking it for about 40 minutes. So here it is. So after 40 minutes, I'm just going to get the cake in the oven, and I will put it in the cooling rack. So I allow this to cool for about 15 minutes in pan. And now this is the cake. So now I'm going to make some frosting. So here is the video. So I just use whip it, and I'm just going to mix it in a low speed for about 6 minutes. So after 6 minutes, I'm going to put cold water for the frosting to rise and go or get your consistency for your frosting. So I just put the cold water a little bit each time. So I ask for help for putting the cold water. So I'm just waiting until the frosting is smooth and spreadable. So I'm just keep pouring the cold water in the mixing bowl. So after a minute and I get consistency, I will put food coloring which I desire. or the desired color I wanted for my cake. So I used blue color for my cake. So now we're going into cake decorating. So I'm just putting in a piping bag frosting, and I will just put the frosting in the top of the initial layer of the cake that was placed on the base, and the blue frosting was smeared over the fillings. So I just spread the blue frosting in the top of the base. Now I'm putting the second layer and just fixing it to see if the cake is good and stable. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crumb coat my cake. Then after I crumb coat this cake, I will just put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or 1 hour. So here you can see me putting the frosting on the side, and I will just put it and scrape it. Now I'm putting in the top. It is now ready to put in the fridge. So after 30 minutes putting it in the fridge, so I'm just going to do is frost my cake and cover it. So now I'm doing drip for my cake. I use white chocolate Goya for this one. So here it is. So here now I'm decorating my cake using piping tips, and I choose a piping tip that I wanted for my cake. So here is the video me decorating. Now I add the white in the top of it. Now I'm putting some edible sprinkles and pearls in the top of my cake for its design. So this is me decorating my whole cake. I also added some sprinkles and edible pearls in the side of my cake. Here is the result for my cake.